Okay, moving forward, guys, I please ask you to take the piece of paper and send to Matthias. And now we're going to our second speech of the night. Right now, we're going to present a speech of Red Rosa. The name of the speech is going to be pizza or donuts. It's going to be pizza or donuts. Red Rosa.
Have you ever wondered if something that you and everyone else takes for absolute truth could be actually fake or forged? What if someone somehow proves to you that our planet is not actually a globe, but a disk? Would you buy it? Good evening, fellow members and guests. The Flat Earth Society believes that our planet's shape, it's a disk, like a giant pizza, with North Pole at its center, and surrounded by the ice walls of Antarctica on the edges, like catupiry borders, preventing the tomato sauce from going out of the pizza. In this case, the oceans, And there is this huge dome above us, with the sun and the moon inside it, spinning. And they are far smaller and nearer than we were told. They use YouTube to spread those information. And they use it as the only reliable source of information. Traditional media, they are just government puppets. And there are explanations for everything. If you search YouTube, Flat Earth, you'll find a gazillion videos explaining everything you don't want to know about this team. From how the US government placed troops all around Antarctica for preventing us from going there and see the truth for ourselves. Or how the sun and the moon are placed inside this dome. And how the sunset and sunrise works. There is even a Netflix documentary with Mark Sargent, one of the leaders of this movement. And it's really interesting because they show both sides, the scientific and the flat earth. And they also talk about the last Flat Earth conference, where they were planning on renting a cruise to take them to the edge of the world by 2020. They are just having trouble finding a captain who doesn't follow the nautical charts, traditional nautical charts. And this movement has gained strength again now. And they have followers all around the globe, or across the disk if you prefer. And they are not illiterate or moved for some kind of religion. And certainly it's not a joke. They are normal people like we are. But they truly believe there is this huge conspiracy with NASA at its center. They distrust anything related to NASA and the scientific community. They only believe on what their eyes can see. We don't need complex math and formulas to understand our world, they say. Even though sometimes our senses are the first one to trick us, right? And they also think NASA has been faking achievements since the Cold War. And all that space run was just a fraud. And also, all that satellite things in outer space are just made up to make us think that the world is a globe. That's really hard to believe it, right? Well, not that much. According to recent surveys, 30% of young Americans are not completely sold that our planet is indeed a globe. Of course, not all of them believe the Earth is flat. There are the ones who believe it's in donut shape also, who makes much more sense, right? And there are the ones who think it's a matter of perspective, because it's all simulated. If you are on the ground, then the flat Earth model is rendered. If you go up and up, at some point, the globe model is rendered. And YouTube search engines makes it really easy to you end up going down the rabbit hole by presenting this kind of information for people who might be more susceptible to it. And although they are potential scientists, questioning everything and making experiments, they don't want to hear the answers. If they make an experiment and it proves the opposite of what they were trying to prove, then the experiment was wrong. And it seems to me that what they really want is a group that doesn't judge or doesn't make fun of their ideas. Believing in aliens, or that we have one here at Unicamp being studied at the Chemistry Institute, or that the Earth is flat or in donut shape, is not necessarily harmful in any way. You can believe in whatever you want, as long as it doesn't interfere in others' free will or doesn't jeopardize anyone. Or do it. It's all simulation after all. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. I can't believe someone made a speech saying that the words actually flat, like a disc, or in donut shape. Donut shape, really? Oh my god, I should ask my own perspectives of words from now on. 30% of Americans, really? Oh, that's so great. Please guys, take a minute to give a feedback already.